What's going on, CrossFit 282 Nation? Coach Joaquin here, back again. Day 14 workout. We got your warm up after the whiteboard there. We got an equipment version and then a non-equipment. The equipment version we'll even have to probably adjust for you guys because we only issued out single dumbbells or single kettlebells, so we'll just modify this for a single versus a double. But it's 5 rounds per time, 25 or 20 cals. If you don't have a rower, which most of us probably don't, we have a 400-meter run. And then you got 15 double dumbbell or kettlebell suitcase deadlifts. Let's just round that up to 16 and let's do 8 on each side, single. So we're gonna work more core that way, but it's still gonna do the same job. Same thing, if you really aren't that anal, you can do 8 and 7, and then on the next round, just try and do the other arm with 8 and 7. And then you got that last part of that round is gonna be a minute of that overhead hold. So we don't have double again. We're gonna have to pop it up, lock out with 1, but for the sake of keeping it nice and even, let's just hold that other one up too. And then you can come down. If it's light enough, you can hand it off. If not, you can drop it down, switch, come up, and then we'll do the same thing on this one. Let's even it out, 30 seconds on each side to even that out. 18-minute hard cap, guys. So hard cap means stop at 18. I know a lot of the times when we have caps, and you're super close, the urge is always to finish. But if you know you're super close to finish and you're almost done, just push it, because the hard cap is 18, your score is your time. It's not fair if you put in a score that's been over 18 minutes, but you put in a score like as if you finished the whole workout versus people that stopped at 18 and put their score in. So hard cap today, guys. Non-equipment version is an odd object version. So you got 5 rounds per time, 400-meter backpack run. Put it on just like backpack, just like it says. And then 20 backpack sumo deadlifts. And then a minute of the overhead hold with a backpack, which can be done together. So that's a full minute there. The hard part here is gonna be trying to find a weight for the backpack that's gonna actually be heavy enough for the deadlift, but also not super heavy for the run, and vice versa, so we don't kind of find something weird. But we'll get you guys going right into our warm-up. We've got a 200-meter run for those of you guys doing the equipment version. But if you're doing the backpack version, let's do a 100-meter run, and as you come in, let's grab the backpack, throw it on, and do another 100 meters with the backpack so you can start to feel the weight of the load a little bit. And then as you guys come in, we're gonna do the glute stretch on the floor. So we're just gonna sit down, guys, kind of like the twister one we do, but just not laying down. So you're gonna sit down, you're gonna pull up that one up here, and then just kind of pull it in as much as you can. We're gonna hold this guy for about 20-30 seconds, nice and easy, and then you guys can reset, and we'll just even it out on the other side. Throw that foot up on the knee, get balance, and then just pull in. You can even hold on to it a little bit if you need to. Try to keep your chest nice and tall, in and out. Pull your chest in. Again, 30 seconds here, guys. And then we're gonna rotate to which we have a box. This can be done with a table, a chair, basically any object that you can just kind of put your foot on. So, box stretch, 3 positions, guys. First one, straight up, we're just gonna put the heel down, and we're gonna bring our chest down to the knee as much as we can, and stretch the back side of the legs out. Let's hold this guy for about 20, then we're gonna rotate that foot flat, take a step out, facing out, and you can put a bend in this leg and kind of stretch this way. And again, we're gonna get the inside of that part now. Again, 20 seconds, and we're gonna rotate again, nice and flat, come out far, and then we're gonna pull, kind of come down, and then push our hips forward and try and get this front part stretched here. And again, we're gonna hold this guy for about 20-30 seconds again. Both legs, for the sake of keeping this a nice short video, we'll just show you one, but we're gonna even it out with both legs. Then you guys will need 2 objects if you have super tiny dumbbells, like 2.5s or 5s, or even just baseballs laying around the house, softballs. And if nothing, you got 2 mugs or 2 water bottles. We're gonna go to some shoulder circles, 3 positions, guys. We're gonna go through this fast on the video, but feel free to stay longer if you guys want. First one, you guys are gonna hold it, palms facing directly forward, feet underneath the hips. And we're gonna start with small circle forward. After a couple seconds, start getting bigger, and then a little bigger, and then eventually get super wide with those swings. Then we'll come back to that kind of middle position. Same position backwards now. Start small, start building in size a little bit, and then get nice and wide. And then we'll kind of reset back to that middle. That's position 1. Position 2, I'm gonna put the hands straight down. Same thing, forward, getting bigger and bigger. Resetting backwards, getting bigger and bigger, back to that middle. Last position and the hardest one, guys, straight up, palm facing the roof. Start off forward, slowly get bigger, and then bigger, and then kind of come back to that middle and reverse. Small to the bigger ones, getting bigger, and then you can reset. Again, I went through that pretty fast, guys. You can go through it a little bit slower if you'd like. Hold on to it longer, it's really gonna burn out. And if you do it a little bit longer, you can always rest about 10 seconds between hand positions. You don't feel like you have to just fly through it. So, as you guys finish that, we're gonna go into some actual weight work. If you're doing the dumbbell version or the kettlebell, pull that out. If you're gonna do the odd object, do the same thing just without object. So, first one, guys. We're gonna offset that weight on the outside of us. Tall chest, slight bend in the knees. We're gonna hinge over and then squat it down for the last part. And we're gonna do 10 deadlifts here. Nice tall chest. We're only weighted on one side, so we're gonna really have to work to keep our shoulders together and our core tight. We don't wanna see this kind of like drooping because it's super heavy on one side. Stay as tight as you can and give me 10 with that straight, flat shoulder angle. Give me 10 here. As you guys finish the 10, we're gonna go straight to this arm. We're just gonna pop it up, overhead, and then hold that position for 20 seconds here. Pressing out, keeping this locked out as straight as possible and not holding this kind of bend position, putting a lot of tension on the shoulder blades. Keep it locked out, pressing out. 20 seconds. As you guys finish, go ahead and bring it down. Again, we'll rotate to the other side. Again, this can be done with the other object, back too. So again, tall chest, slight bend on the knees, hinge over, bend down to grab it, and then give me 10 deadlifts on this side, nice and flat. Again, as you finish 10, let's go ahead and bring it up, pop it up, and then lock it out overhead. Both hands nice and tight, actively pressing out for 20 seconds. So, if you guys are doing the equipment version, you basically should be nice and warm and ready to roll right into your 5 rounds. If you're gonna do the backpack, the only thing I'm gonna do real quick is demo some of the different things. First one, sumo deadlift. So, you guys, depending on how you like to hold it, you can mimic a kettlebell hold by putting it flat waist, coming out to that super wide sumo stance, kind of feet out a little bit to make up for that knee mobility. Nice tall chest, and then we're just gonna come down and deadlift it straight up. Eyes looking forward, squeeze the hips at the top, and lock it up. So that's our sumo deadlift. Again, it's gonna be kind of hard to find enough weight to make this actually challenging, but you also don't want to go too heavy because this is the same backpack for the overhead hold. For that one, you guys can still pretend like you just did your last one, left it there, come a little bit in, grab it on the outsides, and then just kind of pop it up, press it out overhead, and then keep it locked down with that nice tight grip. And this one's gonna be for a full minute since we don't have to do each arm. And you guys can let it drop. That is day 14 of our at-home workouts, guys. Keep crushing it, keep putting your scores in, send us any questions you got. See you next time.